Hello, everybody, and welcome to my first ASMR roleplay audio on YouTube. This is Tetra Audios, and I just wanted to extend a very warm and sincere thank you for clicking on my audio, and I hope you enjoy. This is just a little disclaimer that this audio may not particularly be about abuse. There are specific words that are mentioned, so I just wanted to let you know that if words such as abuse and neglect are triggering for you, it may not be best for you to proceed forward. So whether you watch the whole thing or you decide to click out at a certain point, that is completely okay. Just make sure you take care of yourself. And for those who do decide to watch the whole thing, I just wanted to say thank you, and I hope you enjoy and you decide to stay for future content. Thank you. No matter what I do, it seems I can't relax enough to sleep. I've been tossing and turning for about an hour and nothing. I guess no amount of medication or melatonin tablets can help me with this, this thing I've been thinking about. The only way I can resolve it is if I talk to them and address it. Psst. Hey, are you awake? Hello? Is anyone home? You've always been a heavy sleeper. It's nearly impossible to wake you up once you fall asleep. Plus, it wouldn't really be a nice thing to do, to wake you up while you're in REM sleep. And although I would love nothing more than to jump on top of you right now, tonight just really isn't that kind of night. I know that you're asleep, and you won't be able to hear any of this. I want to take this chance to alleviate some stress that's been on my mind for a while. I promise when I build up the courage, I will tell you face to face. Well, when you're conscious. Although I may not promise I won't cry. Okay. You know I love you, right? With all my heart. I knew from the moment we met. I knew in my heart that something felt right. It's so funny. I cringe whenever people tell me they believe in love at first sight. I mean, even now the idea is still just absurd to me. But we experienced that, didn't we? Although it may not have been quite exactly like love at first sight, since I can't remember how you looked that day. I remember how you made me feel. So many words were spoken on that day back in November when we first spent time together. Yet, so few were needed for us to communicate our thoughts and feelings about the wonderful time we had together. Now that I look back on it, I distinctly remember thinking that this wouldn't be the last day I'd see you. That wonderful, bright, and kinda dorky face of yours. Well, I was planning on waiting until you woke up in the morning to celebrate, but since that I'm already awake, I thought I may as well congratulate us, since tonight not only marks our 1 year of being together, but the fact that we've built a friendship for 3 years now. In this time, you've brought so much love, compassion, and happiness in my life in a way, well, your way that I've never really experienced before. In this moment, where I would lay right next to you, I wouldn't want to experience any of those feelings with anyone else other than you. The point I'm trying to make, what I'm trying to say is, I'm terrified, and I'm scared. I've only ever talked to you about it briefly, but there's still so many things from my past that I still struggle with on a daily basis. I never got a chance to thoroughly discuss my traumas, my experiences with abuse, neglect, and how exhausting it's been for me to keep up with everything. I know when I open up to you about it all, it may just break your heart. I know that because you love and care for me so much, which is something I'm not used to. It's just that stability in close relationships isn't something familiar to me. And I've been fighting every day of my life since I was made aware of those things in order to heal the damage that's been done, so I can be happier and better care for the people I love, which includes you. You've proven to me, time and time again, that you'll always be there for me. And I know that when I tell you, you'll embrace me and love me the way I know I deserve. You'll tell me that we'll get through this together, and despite that you acknowledge my strong independence, you'll still remind me that you have my back because you want to, even if I may not need you to. That's just the person you are, and I'm so grateful and lucky to have found someone like you. I want to remind you that I love you and I cherish you so much, and a promise I made to myself and I'm now making to you is I'll be completely honest with you about my struggles, even if it's painfully difficult for me. Growth is so hard, but I know you'll be patient with me, so if you wouldn't mind, I would like to make a request. Could you just wait a little bit longer for me? I'm not ready yet to open up to you about this part of me that's terrified of not feeling good enough, of being abandoned again. I know that if anything were to go wrong with you, with us, I would continue to move forward, as that is what I've done with a few people in my life, and it's gotten me this far. Despite the pain I still feel from time to time, I know for a fact that it would hurt me exponentially if something happened with you, especially if I didn't try. But I'm not afraid, because you're worth trying this with, and you're worth being vulnerable for. Whether that means it works out with you, or it doesn't. I've been talking for a while now, and my nose juices have been dripping onto your face, so I apologize in advance if you wake up wondering how your face got so wet. I'll probably end up blaming it on the cat, or I'll try to convince you that you just drooled a lot during the night. I love you. I love you so much. Oh, hey, sleepyhead. Yeah, everything's okay. I was just messing with you. I was just having fun whispering some sweet nothings into your ears. Hey, can I give you a forehead kiss? I normally would give you a kiss on the lips, but normally you have really bad waking up breath. Thank you. I love you. Let's go back to sleep. Hey, just before we do that, I kind of have something important to talk to you about tomorrow, and it's pretty heavy. Okay, I promise I'll make you the biggest stack of pancakes so you're fueled up for our discussion. Good night, love.